Taehyung was standing there lifeless. He thought you were the one who betrayed him, but he was wrong. He looked at his hand with which he choked you. His eyes welled up when he remembered how badly you were screaming. He didn't even hear your pleadings. He was only following his inside demon and hurt that innocent pure soul. He fell in a pit of guilt when he saw Namjoon carrying you in his arms. You were unconscious. His heart was about to explode. He approached Namjoon looking at you. Jan, he was about to take you in his arms. How badly he wanted to touch you, feel you and apologize to you. Don't even touch her, or I will forget that you are my brother. His every word was a warning. Taehyung stopped his hands in the midway. He looked down, being guilty. Namjoon passed by him towards his own room and asked his assistant to call the doctor. Doctor came and checked you properly. She fainted because of shock and fear. Don't worry, she will be fine. Namjoon, thanks. Jessica escorted the doctor. Namjoon sat near you. There were marks of Taehyung's evil grip around your neck. I am sorry for leaving you in his hands, he whispered. Then he kissed your forehead and left. Taehyung was desperately waiting for Namjoon. Seeing him, he immediately went near him, hawing it was a misunderstanding and he stopped, finding words. And those snakes were tame. They would never hurt her. Namjoon, do you call this explanation? He shouted at him. He looked at floor, shaking his head in a no. He was regretting for hurting you, for not believing you. Namjoon, look at me, he demanded, and he followed. The only conclusion is that you never deserved her. No, don't say that. He lowered his head, trying to control his tears. Namjoon knew that he is crying, but he also wanted him to learn a lesson. He always behaved aggressively. He needs to have some patience too. Namjoon, it's my fault. Someone like you cannot cherish a beautiful flower like Yan. This time he looked up. I love her. Namjoon, you don't love her. You only wanted to claim her. He shouted. No, it's not true. I really love her. Then your love lacked the trust. I know and I regret it. I am sorry. It will not take time for me to forgive you. Ask for her forgiveness. And remember that whatever decision she takes, I'll be with her. Sir, we have tracked down Sarah's location. Namjoon, let's go. Taehyung also wanted to join, but Namjoon didn't allow and left. He slowly opened the door and looked at your sleeping figure. He tiptoed and stood beside the bed. After staring you for a good time, he was about to leave when you started screaming. I didn't do it. Please believe me. Open the door. Someone take me out of here. Tears were all over your face. Your eyes were shut and you were shivering in fear. Your terrible state surrounded him with more guilt. He laid beside you and took you in his arms. Everything is fine. I trust you. I am here with you. You are safe. He whispered softly in your ears, and you immediately calmed down. Your eyes were still closed. He looked at your beautiful face and kissed your both cheeks. Then he traced his finger at your neck. I am sorry, baby. I really am. He snuggled his face in your hairs, inhaling the sand that filled him with peace. Soon you started snoring. He smiled at your cuteness. You shifted in guest room since Namjoon insisted you to stay here. Taehyung didn't come in front of you, but you knew about his last night actions very well. Because of the trauma, you used to have horrible dreams that disturbed your sleep. Taehyung came and laid with you every night, holding you in his arms. You were always aware of this, but never showed. You were half asleep when again an intruder made his way towards your bed. You were Very well know who he is. The bed beside you sank, and he wrapped his arms around your waist and pulled you. Your half asleep also flew away. You tightly shut your eyes. Only a dim light was glowing, so he didn't notice your expressions. Your body temperature increased. Then he made you wear the necklace that he bought for you. You could feel the gold chain touching your warm skin. Then he laid you were afraid that he could hear your aggressive heartbeats. Next morning you woke up fresh and got ready. Today you were going to rejoin your job. You asked Namjoon to change your department. For now, you wanted to ignore Taehyung more. It was obvious that Taehyung didn't like the idea of your changing workplace because now you were not his assistant, so he was unable to call you in his office. He was frustrated at your ignorance for him. You were not even giving him the chance for explanation. It's been 2 weeks that you were working under Namjoon guidance. Today you entered his office to left a file, but you were surprised to see Taehyung there. You put the file on a table with a straight face. You were about to leave when he grabbed your wrist. Please hear me out. You turned around and looked into his eyes. Speak. I'm really sorry for what I did. Don't stutter. You are wasting my time. Taehyung felt losing his confidence. I didn't want to hurt you, but I am sorry that I reacted without investigating thoroughly. It's all pointless now. You freed your wrist from his grip. I love you, John. You missed a beat, but you composed yourself. I don't care now. You turned around and he hugged you from the back. I am too bad with words. I am sorry for not believing you, for hurting you, for scaring you. Please forgive me, please. His words were melting you. Why this man always win? I forgive you, now let me go. Really? He excitedly turned you facing him and hugged you. He was crushing you in his arms. Ah, this man's excitement is also aggressive. Let me go. No, never. He broke the hug and held your face with love. He was observing every feature of your face. Your face heated up. He smiled, seeing the crimson shade at your cheeks. You tried to maintain distance when he was dying to give you such shocks. You pushed him and he stumbled back. How dare you? It was out of excitement I can't control. I don't allow you to touch me without my permission. As you order, Miss Yan. He was happy that at least you gave him another chance. And also, he was satisfied that he can still keep at night, since Namjoon decided that you will stay there. But your next verse flushed his planning. Not even at night. Don't you dare to come in my room. You knew? Yes, but at least one in a day. He asked with a puppy face. No, that is unfair. How will I control? No, never. He shouted, and you passed him a glare. That is unfair. How will I control? No, never. His voice was low like a whisper. You hardly hid your smile. Okay, only once in a day. His face shone with happiness. He leaned, but you stopped him. You already had. But that was before the deal, and without giving you a chance to escape. He pulled you. He attached. Then, now stop. He bit Namjoon. Oh my, what have I seen with my innocent eyes? You both were shocked and looked at the door. Jan, Opa? You hid your face in Taehyung's chest out of embarrassment, and he gladly hugged you and winked at Namjoon. He smiled at this beautiful couple.